Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Rich. All right, I made it through Comic Con. I actually still have my voice, which is incredible because generally, most cons, but by the end, your voice is toast. So somehow I rationed it. But anyway, I've got some photos that I took at the con, not a ton, and then a short video from the Square Enix booth. I had tried to shoot a video the very first day. I kind of stumbled upon what they had out, and it was really, really cool. And I made it a point to go back, and the guy was nice enough to let me in before the room opened and shoot these really, really incredible and gigantic statues. So we're gonna look at those, and then I've got like I don't know, 20 photos from the show. Nothing too spectacular, but I can share some fun stories of stuff I saw, and I actually grabbed I think 5 or 6 books, and I think 3 or 4 of the books I don't even know the artists. They're Japanese artists. I happened to see them at Stuart Ing's booth, and they're really cool. But anyway, let's get into this first. I'm gonna turn the volume, so I just have generic room volume, but I'll narrate the video. So let's go watch this. So this statue is so freaking cool. I was really blown away by it. Um, it was a little difficult to shoot. The silhouette of it, like when you see it up close, is really incredible. It's like this very kind of steampunk, Victorian, maybe like Bioshock kind of style design. I mean, Final Fantasy obviously is quite a influence on things like that. But man, these little guys sleeping are so cute, and the overall just design and pipes and all the fittings and stuff. Oh man, it was so cool. I really didn't get a chance to look at it like even like we are right now, like the detailing on this. So apparently, I the my friend that I sit next to, Joel Gomez, was telling me that John Dolmayan said to him that a lot of times the people that buy these are stores, and what they do is they actually use them more for display because it's such a small percentage of collectors that actually can one afford these big statues, and two really display them because they're really big, and you know if you had a decent sized living room, you could have a couple of these. I mean, they're not like 20 feet tall. They're like 4 foot around kind of deal. But yeah, this thing was really cool, and they have some really nice touches. Man, that's so cool. One of my favorite games when I first started working at Wildstorm was Final Fantasy VII. So I kind of have fond memories of playing that game, and just I've always kind of had a soft spot for Final Fantasy since then. So this next statue is very cool. This little guy sleeping is so cute. This was really neat. I thought this was actually very cool. I kind of watched the video back before I played it, and it's a little less impressive in the video than it is in person. In person, this thing is really cool. In the video, it looks cool, but I don't know if it will rock your socks off like it does in person. Some stuff is like that. It was weird, like those Rocky statues that I shot the other day. They didn't really look that good on my camera to me, but man, in person they were like just spot on likenesses. Really cool, and they actually looked pretty good in the video. But yeah, this area in particular looks really cool in person, and this robot guy is awesome. And this is really nice too. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this, but man, this is a really nice piece. So this is Nier Automatica. And really great base on this one. I mean, bases are king on a lot of statues. I mean, the poses. These are actually pretty nice poses. Really cool gear, sexy girls, cool weapon design. All this stuff is really badass. I like it. Look at that. This is so awesome, and all this is really cool. Oh yeah. I haven't watched the stream back today, but hopefully it was a good one today. I mean, I felt like we didn't see as much stuff, but it's kind of the luck of the draw when you go through the room. I mean, I don't have the room memorized or anything like that, so it's just whatever you see, you kind of shoot. Oh, here, well, we'll do the statue and then I'll tell my story. It was kind of exciting. Um, Around 4 o'clock today, I was standing at my table and I kind of looked around the corner and I saw Todd Mcfarlane, and he was standing there with Ryan Benjamin, and I was like, Todd McFarlane, Todd McFarlane. In my mind, I'm thinking that. Out on my exterior, I'm as cool as freaking cucumber. But I actually got to talk to Todd McFarlane for about 5 minutes, and it was really, really awesome just standing there talking to him. And he was really complimentary towards the talent pool that's out just in general, like going through Artist Alley and seeing things. And he said, man, he goes, I've just never seen this many good artists ever. He said, he goes, if everyone would have drawn this good when I was trying to break in, he said that he would never have gotten work. And, you know, it's interesting to hear someone say something like that and be so honest. But, you know, if that's how he feels, then Todd's going to say it. So, but it was very, very cool. You know, Todd is the reason that I draw comics 100%. If my friend hadn't showed me Todd's work, it's hard to say that I would have actually gone into comic books or even started collecting them, to be honest. So I skipped those because they're kind of like ones that are sort of generic. Excuse me. These are very cool though. So these are like just like really, really kind of neat, like sort of. They must like they have a little bit of like a 50s, 40s, 30s kind of car shape, or you know, the sort of Cadillac lines or Chevy kind of vibe. They're pretty cool. This guy's hair is hysterical. He's got the king mullet. And I thought this was pretty neat. Shinra. Oh, the Shinra police. And then look at Cloud's bike. Oh, yeah. I saw David Finch. We talked about me coming on his stream and me inking a piece. We're going to talk this week, and he's going to pencil something new. And he's going to send it to me, send me the original pencils, and then I'm going to go on his YouTube channel and fucking deliver the goods live. Live. And he asked me if I would take 14 hits of acid when I do it. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. It was funny because Todd was looking at my prints, and then we started talking about David Finch for a second. He was like, "Where's David Finch?" I said, "He's right over there, Todd." He's like, "All right." Oh, well, actually, I have photos, but I'll show you those. Okay, so this is sort of the end. I talk about Barrett a little bit because my and Eris, when I originally, excuse me, played Final Fantasy VII, when you meet the characters, you have an opportunity to name them, and I didn't know really what to do, like if I should rename them or keep the names, and so I gave everyone nicknames. So it was always really confusing whenever I would talk about the game to other people because nobody had the name. I didn't know like this was Barrett. I didn't know this was Eris. I just like would name them whatever on the fly. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it was kind of funny. It always made it tricky talking about the game. It was funny. I was leaving the con. I was stuck at a red light, and a girl walked by, and she was doing Tifa cosplay. She looked pretty good. It's like the arm in particular was actually quite well done. The boots were just like burgundy Doc Martens, though. She needed to up her boot game. Dude, that looks really good. Man, he looks pretty badass. Those games are so fun. Talk to Dustin Wynn. Who else did I talk to? I said Uku Smith. I'm really hoping that I can get Uku to come on the channel and actually do like an interview. I really want to show everyone his work that might not be familiar with it. He's great. And then who else? I talked to a lot of people. Sarah Wilkinson, she's so nice. Agnes Grabowski, very cool. I stick to my table most of the show. And work, so I don't really get a huge opportunity to cruise around. So that was the end of this. All right, so now we're going to go into Photoshop. We're going to look at some art and photos. So this is interesting. Although this is art, I actually watched Alex Sinclair color these today, and these are Jim Lee sketches that this guy had collected. in 2018, maybe from like when he would live stream. I'm not really sure, but man, Alex just brought it. Like he took really cool black and white sketches that looked, like real nice Jim Lee sketches and turned them into just like this. Oh, so good. It was really really fun. I kept watching him color Mara, and I was like, "Damn, dude, that looks so awesome." Some of the subtleties don't really show up. I'm gonna try to level this a little bit, maybe darken it, and see if it shows up. There was some like, Alex is obviously a professional colorist, but he had a lot of different like hues and stuff of blue that he was putting in here, blues and greens, and it was really really nice. But man, this guy scored. He really turned his pieces into something special. This looks like I'm not sure if it's a like a sketch cover, something. I mean, he might have already started coloring it. So, but yeah, I've got like a small batch of photos. Don't get too excited, but there's some cool shit in here. I'll make it good for you. Close your eyes real quick. Oh, okay. So let me see if I have the pencils to this. This was the still of this. I'll go back to the other stuff. Don't worry. So this actually is not a bad still photo of this. Like I said, it was a little always difficult to shoot behind the like plexiglass that they have up, and there's just so much lighting above that it always creates like weird things going on. But anyway, so we saw this already. This is a commission that I inked. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I inked the line that's by the eye, but this is just probably a quick sketch that David had done in 2012 that someone had, and they'd given it to me a long time ago. To be clear, I had said that I'm only working on Blaster Kid stuff, but I had 5 commissions that I had committed to a few years ago, so I did complete all those pieces. I don't have any more left, so I'm completely done. But this was actually the last one that I did, and I had started inking it when I took the photo. But anyway, he wanted me to ink it, and so I inked it, and then this is sort of the final. The art underneath is a print of mine called Pencil Madness. I showed it in the print video, that's right. So anyway, here's this. Nothing too fancy. I mean, it's just a sketch, out of context, it doesn't really, maybe like have any significance. And then this is this stuff. My dragons. This is it's over Taurus. We got the kind of Daemonite. I was consider this like in Land of the Lost, the Slee Stack. It was almost like I wanted to do a Slee Stack version of the Daemonites, like a more ancient Daemonite that was more wise and kind of like wizardy. So that was the original concept when I was doing that piece, because this was drawn like kind of a while ago. So all right, so we'll shut this. But yeah, I mean, turn good. All right, what else do we got? Can shut this. I'll get to that later. Oh yeah, so this Quan had broke these out after I had shot the video, so I took photos of them. So there's a few photos of this. I think this is a Batman cover by Coipel. I'm not really sure. It's really nice. It's an interesting costume. I'm not familiar with this costume for Batman, but I mean, it's cool because it's kind of different. And I mean, I'm sure it's probably not everyone's favorite Batman, but I'm down with it. I mean, it's kind of got like a little bit of like a Batman 2099 kind of vibe to it, or Batman Beyond ish a little. I think the boots look great, and I got a couple more shots of this, so we'll see this. I just wanted to make sure I had a good photo of this area because it was kind of fun to see. So there's, I think, 3 of it. Yeah, on the other boot. These boots are made for walking. But it's pretty neat. Like, he gets this nice, he'll put like a real gritty sort of almost like smudge in here, and then he'll put a little bit of hatching and stuff like that. And it's pretty classic Coipel, like this kind of stuff. It looks really, really good. And then he gets his little dappled light sort of moving through the middle of it. And you get a real nice piece. Really, really nice. And this was a different one that Quan handed me. Yeah, I'll try to do an open that book of one of the new books that I got yesterday. I mean, it'll be cool because I've never seen the books. I don't know the artist as far as I know. And I haven't really looked at the books. So, that's a cool rendering. And I'll zoom in here. Yeah, really, really good Comic Con. It was fun. I feel refreshed from doing it and inspired and excited and all the good things that you want out of a con. You're satisfied with how the show went. You're excited for the future. You made some good connections. It's all good. This, I'm trying to remember if this was one of the ones, I don't know. He handed me one that was on really thick board. Okay, and I think there was one more of these. Oh yeah, this piece. I'll go in the full screen mode for y'all's. Oh my god. Get some pretty interesting techniques through here. But yeah, I never got a chance to really go to Quan's booth today to shoot a video. The doors seem to open earlier and earlier when the con is going on. This is not a new thing, but it's like Wednesday night, they'll open on time, sometimes a few minutes early. The next day, they might open like 15, 20 minutes early. And like each day, I think that just so many people line up that they want to let the people in and kind of just get the thing going. So I had to get back to my table and finish setting up and then, get the day going. So, all right, let me get out of full screen mode and we'll go kind of in order. Okay, so these, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you missed these posts. But these are artist edition original scans off of Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein plates, printed to the exact size that he drew them. The money goes to the Wrightson estate, which is very, very cool. And Stuart Ing had these, and there's multiple prints in here. It's one, it's the same print, but it was a print run of 300, and so it says multiple copies inside this bag. Take one. Oh, okay. I was really tempted to buy one. I didn't because I'm still kind of holding out hope for the artist edition book, and I don't really collect prints, so they're really, really cool, but it's just nothing that I collect. They got a nice I don't know what you call this, embossed like kind of logo, and I'll show you them all. I took photos of, so there were 6 that they were selling. One had sold out, but when I got there they had 5 of them, so not really sure what the 6th one was. Oh shoot, dang it, hold on. So he had this one. His eyes are crazy. So good. I will say this though. I mean, you can think of it however you want. I saw these on Thursday, and I don't know how many they had at the show, but they still had them on Sunday, so they didn't sell through. So I don't, you can take that for whatever it is. But I was a little surprised that they were still left. But prints, it depends on what you're selling. But there's only so much wall space people have, and yeah, you kind of have to know your audience and what they're into, because some artists, that's what people want to collect from you is prints. Other artists, they want sketches. Other artists, they want original art from you. Other artists, they want comics, and other things, you know what I mean? And so you ultimately kind of end up filling out your audience and seeing what they want. Uh, you know, so maybe Wrightson's hardcore collectors aren't as much print collectors. I'll just do this photo. So this was really funny. I was walking through the con, and I happened to look over at Adi Granov's booth, and Adam Jones from Tool was there. So what's funny about it is I'm really, really far away in this picture, and it's so funny because he's totally looking at me or looking my direction, but he may not be looking at me. But it's crazy because I'm telling you, I'm like, I don't even know, 40 or 50 yards away, and I just kind of zoomed my camera in and took the photo. But it's really funny. He's kind of eyeballing me, but I didn't go over. I don't know Adi Granov at all, and I mean, what am I going to say to Adam Jones? You're cool. I like your band, so I just kind of let it be. But it was cool to see him there, and it's neat that you know, he supports Adi Granov or whatever he's doing. But yeah, that was pretty neat. So I've been a Tool fan. Well, I think some of you guys know I played in a band. My band opened for Tool before, so I mean, I actually have some, not, I wouldn't call it history, but um, anyway, but yeah, my band played with Tool before. All right, so Alex Sinclair, Coloring Mara, very very kick ass, super cool. Looks like he's close to the end here. I was eyeballing it pretty good when I saw he was working on it. This is another shot of it. Looks like it's interesting. People that know will know probably better. I'm assuming this is some sort of watercolor pen or like water pen. I've kind of seen things like that, but that's pretty cool. I'll have to ask him what it is exactly, but I've seen people working with these before. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons dice. You know, a lot of you guys know that I actually still play Dungeons and Dragons with some of my friends. So these are pretty cool dice. These actually glow in the dark. They're blacklight reactive, and just I think just the green ones. Maybe not. But he was shining the light for me. But I sent these to a friend of mine because I was gonna buy him some dice. I ended up getting 3 sets of these, full sets, different colors. Actually, I think I got these 3. I got the pink and black, these, and then this. I kind of prefer old school dice, but anyway. But and then look at this. This is so crazy. There's so many freaking die. So I don't know how much more comic stuff there is, but if you're a geeky guy like me, this kind of stuff is sort of fun. The guy that was working at the table, he's not in this photo. This girl was really nice too. But his name was Rory, but he was really, really helpful. So Rory, if you ever see this, what's up? Thank you. You were really cool to talk to, and I like you. I don't think Rory will ever see this video. It was funny because when I went back and bought the dice, I was just holding them in my hand, and she goes, you should put them in this, or security's gonna come after you. I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, they're like super tight on it because people try to steal the dice. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. And this is just another one of the die. Oh my god, dice everywhere. You know, this was interesting though. When I was talking to Rory, my new best friend, he was saying that they can actually do custom die, and I was actually thinking about, like, one fun thing that I might do at some point is make some custom Blaster Kid dice where I actually do art on the sides of the things, because he was showing me how they sell blank dice and you can actually customize them and actually do your own insignias, and they actually you can submit art and they'll actually print them on the die instead of numbers. And I thought that might be just kind of fun. And then this is another shot of this thing. So yeah, the ending of my con was basically meeting Todd Mcfarlane and then selling. Oh, that was it too. Hold on, let me grab my wallet. I'll tell you this guy's name. He's awesome. He's an older guy, and he's pretty famous in comics. So let me get my wallet. Where's my wallet? Where is it? Oh, it's on my desk. Hold on. I got it right here. So I met the guy who started PC Comics. I think that's right. Is it PC Comics? His name is Steve Schanes, Schanes. So you've seen, if you were a collector of comic books, the PC comic line. Jack Kirby worked for him, Neil Adams, Frazetta. And it was a San Diego-based company in the 70s, and it basically started kind of in the neighborhood that I grew up in. And I met him maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He's an older guy, and really, really nice. And he came up to my table, and he bought like a bunch of prints off me, and it's just cool. I mean, he's like a real legend. It would be a little bit like meeting like Jim Shooter or something like that, but super nice guy, and in my opinion, like a pretty important figure in comics, because, you know, anybody that worked with Jack Kirby, Neil Adams, and people like Frazetta, it's pretty badass. He had some pretty insane talent on the that comic book company. So I guess this is just the full piece. When I took these weren't so much for like a YouTube. It's just as like snap a bunch of pictures and just see if any of them are good enough to like keep for myself. So I'm just showing them to you. I'm just milking the video for all it's worth. That's all. So 2 more photos. What do you got? Oh yeah, we got the last 2 Wrightson prints. Cool. So we got this one. I'll zoom in a little more. And they were $50 a piece. I don't really consider that like an outrageous price for a print. You know, from Wrightson's, you know. And again, I know someone had said that they picked up some Wrightson prints a little while back, and they were bigger than these. But Wrightson did the prints, the originals, at different sizes, and so I believe them when they said that these were actually done to the exact sizes that Bernie worked in. And at some point Bernie did at least a few of them 11 by 17, so that's what these are. But I've seen a few others in person. I have a friend that owns one of the bigger, like, double page spread style ones, and they're definitely, some of them are bigger. And I've seen some in person. I have a Comic-Con video from a few years ago that has some. So this was the only one that I was really tempted to buy, to be honest. This was the one that I was kind of like going like, but ultimately I just decided not to do it. But I've always loved this piece, and it's really cool. So again, I apologize for the shine, but they're in like a Mylar case. So, and Wrightson kind of did 2 versions of this piece. There's this one, and then there's one that's very similar, but it's a little different. So, all right, that's my Comic-Con wrap up. I had a real good time, and yeah, meeting Mcfarlane is always profound for me. It's you know, it's super cool. So I feel like there was a couple of other things. I'm just like spacing it. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, if you came by my table, thank you, seriously. And if I talk to you, which I'll pretty much talk to everyone, I enjoyed having a conversation with you. So, all right, you guys have a great day, great night, and I'll try to do a video tomorrow. There's a chance that I might have to do it Tuesday. It just depends on what I've got going on tomorrow, because tomorrow might be busy. So, but I'll definitely give it a shot. And then I'm back working on Blaster Kid, so I'm really excited, and that's kind of where I'm going to shift the focus of the channel as I work on it. And Kelsey's back, so we've talked about doing some really fun videos, and should be a good time. You know, I always say that this is Comic-Con is always the end of the year for me. I know it's in July, but what I mean by that is it's like every kind of goal that you have for the year usually culminates in Comic-Con, and that's where you kind of go represent what you've done for the year. You get re-energized, you get to share your work, you get to talk about your work. And then, you know, the Monday after, or sometimes the night after, I started my black drawings literally Sunday night after a Comic-Con one year, because I came home so fired up and just ready to kick ass that I went right into those pieces. And yeah, and then you start working for next year, you know. So for me, it's more like just getting Blaster Kid out and hopefully into everyone's hands as soon as possible. So that's the real, you know, primary goal. And also thank you to all the people that bought Blaster Kid prints. I really appreciate it. It's exciting to see people that knew the character that picked him up, and then people that would just come by my table and look through all my stuff, and they'd go, I want that one, and they didn't even know what it was, and that's really cool too. So all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. All right, bye.